Yes, yes, everyone. Welcome to another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. You can hear the sound. This is a video, and this is in Meidaimae, which is in Setagaya, which is at a really, really convenient point. I would say it's almost the beginning of the super suburbs, but it's called the mid suburbs. And I found a really cool house in this neighborhood, which actually I used to live in, and this probably made. What I think I'm not sure if that was Meidaimae Station, but it's a really, really. Oh, look at that! Look how many apartments were in that one. That's why Tokyo doesn't have a housing crisis. You could just tell by the gas meters. Looked like there was 12 or 13 gas meters in there. Anyhow, it's a real Meidaimae Station is a really busy station because you have the Keio Inagashira line. It's a Keio. Meidaimae is a Keio town, and this is, I guess, this is like March one exactly 1 year ago, and it's a really busy Keio station because the Keio Inagashira line goes from Kichijoji down to Shibuya, and then the Keio line also goes from Meidaimae or from the end of there all the way to Shinjuku. But then one little station down at Shimoto Kaido, you can also get what's known as the Tokyu Setagaya Sen or the Setagaya line, which takes you to Sangenjaya. So this house that I found here today is really conveniently placed, and it's a really busy station. It's really happening station, and I would call this the beginning of the sort of the mid suburbs and stuff like that. Or you could say it's the middle of the suburbs as well, depending on your sort of way of looking at it. But it's a really, you see, there's a lot of, see, that's really, when you look at these videos, so much that you can gain and glean. That's my favorite word I always use, but things that we can take from it there. You can see like there's a mother there, there's a little, like a junior high school. So, and you can see there's a man here likely going to the station right there. And you can see the redevelopments happening right near the station. So always remember the land that's near these big stations, that's the one that's worth a lot of money right there. And also, I've been studying the Tokyo market like I do every day. The land really in the center of Tokyo right now is just going crazy in terms of its like valuations and stuff like that. So it's really interesting for me to study this every day. That's why I am the Tokyo real estate man, and this is a really cool video. And then this video is just nice because there's nothing glamorous about it, and I like that there's no there's not too much production with it and everything like that. They're not like just walk down the street and we can just gain from it from this here looking around. You can see it's already a busy place. So there's people, there's economic pressure in this neighborhood. People want to live here, and you can see that people are using this station because it's at a really great junction point. And look at that, there's a new condominium here on the left right there, and that's going to be $1 million units in there. But the place that I found you today, it's not $1 million units. Anyhow, we'll come back to this after, but we'll cut over here to the map. And fans of this channel, all 239, we're going up every week. About an average, we're going up 5 subscribers a week. And yeah, this is the sort of map, and you can see here it says Shimoto Tokaido. I mentioned that right there. This is the line that goes to. This is a really mini line that will go to Sangenjaya right there. Okay, and this is the big station here, Meidaimae, and this line, the Inogashira line, goes to Kichijoji, so it's very well placed, and it ends up in Shibuya. And this is the Keio line, and that would go all the way out to Takaosan at the very end of Tokyo, really almost where it hits like Yamanashi, and then on the other way in its center, the Keio line will end up also in Shinjuku. So this is really, really well placed, this house. And all you fans of this channel, like all 239 of you subscribers, if you're not a subscriber, come on, give the Tokyo Real Estate Man some love. But I talk about always how you want a distribution of colors and stuff like that. You got the red pill, you see your red pill, so you got the expensive stuff. I'm just gonna push this one in Matsubara. Let's see the price of this one. We won't be looking at this listing, don't worry. But we see that one's $3.5 million. When we hit this other one here, let's hit this other one. I'm doing this randomly. I didn't even look. Okay, you're looking at this is $2.5 million for. Okay, this kind of house is going to be. We can already see. Okay, we'll go to it. Okay, so we'll just go to it. It wasn't my intention, but we're just going to go to it. Okay, and then so we can glean. There's the word again. Glean from this. Okay, we can see from this what This is what the top end of the market, Japanese established families with money. They've been in Japanese securities. Japanese securities or stocks have gone up. They have companies, they have savings. This is what they want. And they want good land in a quality area. This is the house they want. Two parking, one parking spot. Two. I mean, they don't even need to look at it. Okay, it's just a really brand new or like almost brand new house. That's $2.5 million. So that's the top end of the market. And I'm not, but so that's those people, the stuff that we're looking at today. They're not even going to look at it. It's not even going to be on their radar. Okay, because I found the unit here, the blue pill. We'll come back here to the map. I found this blue pill. I'm looking, but you can see if you don't want, when you're looking at this blue pill stuff right now in good locations in Tokyo, these are truly fixer upper specials. Okay, and then at this point in time, the Japanese market is going to just look pass over this stuff. And for example, the people that have a little bit of money, they're just going to go up one little bit more color. Okay, and uh, and then when you go up, we can just click this one here as well. I wasn't my intention to look at it, but like we have to look at all kinds of listings to get a comparative idea of what we're looking at. And this one is truly a little bit nicer than one we're looking at. This looks like a house that was built in the 1970s. Okay, we only have one picture. They don't even care to show you the inside pictures because this is already in Tokyo a baseline price. So this might be something that like a construction company might come in, pick it up, get their crew to go in there, fix it up, and then try to flip this thing for example, 8,000 mon or 9,000 mon after the renovation is done. Okay. However, the place that I found you today is actually worse than this one because it's this one right here, this blue dot right here. Okay, but it's a really good price. Okay, which always makes for a good video when you make the thumbnail when you have that cheap price. And I'll come here to W. You're like, Tokyo Real Estate Man, can you just cut to the chase? Cut to the chase here. Give us the goods. Okay, and this one is for 1,480 mon. Okay, and it's basically it's a tear down. But this one you can rebuild. So that's why this is also attractive because it's on a road right here. So if you tore this down and you bought a Panasonic house, the people who own this, the family who own this, they just want to sell it. Okay, they don't care. They just want to sell it. They want the 150. Okay, and that's the opportunity. You just have to come in here and do the work. And if you don't get, they're not even thinking there's a foreign audience or a Tokyo Real Estate Man. They're not even thinking there's an audience like this, like the people that are watching Tokyo Real Estate from the outside. Who are these white guys? Okay, or these people from, well, not just white, but I mean me being white, but people from around the world. They're not even conscious that there's like a group of us that are studying this every day, seeing it as an opportunity, right? They're not even, we're not even, they look at it. Oh, that's so terrible. I don't like every time I try to get terrible on this stuff, I always got, because originally, like when I came to Tokyo in the 1990s, I had no money. I started with nothing. So like this would have been a unit that I would have bought. Even now, it's like I don't know if I really want, because I've done all the work and all of this to have my own real estate portfolio that I already own. Do I really want to take on this work? And my body's just older now, and I have to be careful about it because it's just a different stage of my life right now. But for the right person, I think this is a really good deal. And yeah, tatami room. You just got to imagine everything has to be redone here. But I think you could live in this house at first. It might be cold. you you might, you might need some good pajamas. And oh, this kitchen is terrible. Everything needs to be redone. Yeah, I mean, this sort of hot water system here, like the job. This is this, oh, that this is really cool. I used to live in an apartment with this hot water system though. Like what you have to do is there actually like a flint lighter, like a lighter on there, and you would push the button down and then twist it, and then when you twist it and flicked it, it would uh, create this spark that would try to light the gas, and then that gas, okay, would create the water, and there'd be two things. There'd be a little shower connected to here, okay, and then after the shower water is done, what you try. It's a two-step process. I'm not explaining it. What you would do before your bath time, okay? You'd come in, you'd hit you'd push down the button, and you'd flick the flint for the thing to start, okay? And then you would heat your bathtub. You cover your bathtub and then you would heat your bath for about 20 minutes right there, or 25 minutes, and then you'd come back, and then there's a function on this as well that makes it a shower, so that you would take a shower and clean yourself fully, okay, as well, and then you would turn you see the water going into the system, and then you would turn that off and you would go into the bathtub. So it has a double function. Actually, it was a good little design, but obviously the new designs are better. Anyhow, this would all need to be redone, or perhaps it doesn't need to be redone, because this is, you're basically getting a free house in a way at land price. And the realtors are telling you all these stories of like how convenient it is. But we already developed it, that we developed that already, and we can see that competitively in the marketplace. It's just the bottom, the bottom line, bottom baseline. That's the word, baseline. Don't forget, sometimes when I use the word baseline, it means shit. Okay, and then the address really good is Satagaya Kami Kitazawa Gochome. So really good address right there. And then this will take you, is on the KO line. This one's on the KO Inagashira line, and then Tokaido Eki, 10 minutes to there. Okay, it's really well placed, as I mentioned, like on the map. It's just a 39 meters of land, 41 meters of internal space in the building, 2-story wooden house, built 1962. Essentially, right now, this is considered garbage in the, but you could come in and rebuild this from the inside, and it's going to take, it would take, going to take $50,000 plus your work, or $100,000 and other people's work. So there is some opportunity in this. Definitely, you can make a nice house for sure. It could be like a rental unit for yourself, or a place that you could live in. So it's really cool. It's like, I'm not sure that I want to take on a project like this, but it is pretty good. Like, we come here to the map right here and see what we can see. I tried to find it. It's saying it's there. I couldn't actually find it. So I'm wondering if the like the real estate agency is sort of hiding the location to a degree. So the other way that I have about that is I'll come back here to the map, and if I could try to come down here to the satellite picture, maybe we can come and see it closer. But now that the satellite picture there, you can see there's something. These are probably Japanese public housing, which is known as danshi, which known as the danshi, and that's really not frowned upon or anything like that, because like a lot of people would live in a danshi, but it's just considered public housing right there. I could just see it right there. What else? I guess this is apparently where the house is, and I can tell you, when I told you was they're in the sort of mid suburbs, when you see high rises, or not like these kind of low rises and stuff like this, or you're seeing that land use is trying to maximize land use. You can see it's in a popular area, but you can also see that it's in sort of the sort of mid suburbs and stuff like that. Yeah, so this might be all danshis right here as well. That's a word. I think I might do a video on some danshis. I'll be on Shibuya next week, or in Tokyo next week, so I might just do some brief videos on danshis and stuff like that, because some of the new danshis are really nice. So like, even they look really old right now, but Toei Housing, which runs the danshis in Tokyo, they would just come in eventually and rebuild one of these at a time. They never sell the land. So it's always good to remember that the Japanese trust, or the conglomerate, or the powerful elements, they never sell their land. So that's a really good idea, and that's why I really don't sell my land either in Tokyo too, because just really worth keeping when that's my way of looking. You could be more of a trader than me. I'm not a trader. I just really wait and just hold things, and like wait for like the conglomerate to rebuild, and then when you get that 30x or that 20x and that value added, that's the time to sell it, and then you can move into other cheaper stuff in the very same neighborhood. So I'm already looking. Once my Akasaka place is finished, I'll probably sell that, okay, and I'll buy a cheaper apartment in the neighborhood anyway, and that'll be my way of staying in the neighborhood. So yeah, but I'll sell the apartment with all the value added on it. Anyway, there's lots of things you can see that this is I think it's it's morning right now, so I'm just blanking right now, but this is Kosho Kaido, which is number 20, and that one goes to this is Inagashira Dori. This one goes to Shibuya. This one goes to Shinjuku right there. So it's really well placed for a car as well. Here's the KO line, I'm guessing right here. But you can again see, you can see this is so much that we can learn from this. You can see it's sort of the mid suburbs and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I love to look. Let's just look at these maps, and you can see there's a junction right there, and it's so well placed. This probably is this Kannanadori right there. So it's just really well placed for all kinds of transportation and stuff like that. And in see Shimoto Kaido right there, and then this will be Meidaimae right there, and you're coming into Matsubari, and then it'll be up here is going to be down here is going to be Shimokitazawa right there, and that's Shindaita as well. That's Kannanadori. This one back here is going to be Kampachidori, which is 8, which are the ring roads in Tokyo. Tokyo has these ring roads, okay? And the mid one is Kannanadori right there, and there's another one called Kampachidori right there, and then there you have Yamate Dori when you get into the middle of more towards Shibuya and stuff like that. And Tokyo has these ring roads that are very useful and well placed. Anyway, this location of this house is very good, and so is the amount that it's selling for. I guess we could end here on that video again and just end with a great. I really like this video because there's just nothing to it. Anything else we can just talk about? When you look at these videos, I think it's just fun to just look at. There you see a real estate agency right there, Fudosan, and they have enough money for a nice new sign for it right there. But that's an older one right there, and you can see they have their listings here on the wall. Fudosan right there, and that's the Japanese word for real estate. Okay. Right there. And I guess this video is not really advancing. My internet connection might be slow. You see that there's a sort of like times parking. That's just temporary parking, which all the tradesmen would use them during the day and stuff like that. Or delivery people would use them during the day. Generally, at nighttime too, you can have a really cheap price for parking. At nighttime is a lot cheaper than it is during the day. Anyways, you can see the character in the neighborhood. You can see there's like a new build right there. When you see this sort of slow, like you see different sort of like just in the same way you see, that was a good turn the guy did, like price diversity on the map in terms of different colors and stuff like that. When you see houses, different sort of stages and houses, where this one is new or that one is older, or a little bit newer or medium, stuff like that, that sort of distribution talks about a popular neighborhood because people always want to come in there and rebuild or build something new. You can see that was a newer build from maybe the 1990s, and then we have something here from the 1980s, okay, and then here again, we have a newer house here from the last 10 years, probably, where this Mazda is right there. And then, for example, you here have this sort of newer apartment built in probably the early 2000s, looks like a rental mansion. So this sort of distribution, you could pick up the stories from when you're walking around the streets of Tokyo. You can see a popular neighborhood because people are always coming in and trying new things or redeveloping and stuff like that. You see the different, see how the two buildings here on this one here, there's slightly different ages and stuff like that. Anyway, that's what did we got here? What kind of car? And then we're coming here to I don't know which of the lines we're coming to right here, but yeah, that's one of the inconvenient things about this neighborhood because there's so many train lines and stuff like that. But and they're really, really big train lines. Like even the cameraman who did this video right here stopped it right there. And there's so many trains. I think that's a Suzuki Carry, by the way. A van. Oh, what do you got there? That's an Alfred right there. No, that's an Estima. Anyways, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. If you're interested in a property in Tokyo, don't forget this is a business end of this channel as well. I keep the advertising to the end. I'm going to start putting it in the middle of the video. You can always come here to my Instagram, Tokyo Real Estate Man website, and DM me there. I also have a website known as the Tokyo Real Estate Man website, which is over here. I'm trying to move you over here. Yes, and if you do want to contact me, you can either use both, because I'm always never convinced that the contact box thing is working, because it wasn't working from the beginning anyway. That's the contact box, or my simple old school email is there on the top. I will be in Tokyo next week doing videos from the street. Most of the stuff I'm going to do is going to be like really raw, like It's what I like. I like this. Like, I don't like stuff that's totally highly produced. You see all the delivery vans there and stuff like that. Who knows what this could be, like some air conditioner company or some electric TEPCO. Could be like that. Could be like a TEPCO yard or something like that. Anyways, video the Tokyo Real Estate Man. いつもこのチャンネル見てるの皆様ありがとうございます。この動画でここでもう終わりです。ありがとうございます。どうもどうも。いっす。